Honourable Member for Bass. Ms Finlay. Two members for Bass Jump.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question this morning is to the Premier. Premier, you've wrecked the budget and driven Tasmania into record debt. The budget surplus you promised last year turned into the biggest deficit on record. And now it seems your budget is so out of control that you're hitting up Tasmanians with a massive new tax. Right. Agricultural properties will be among the worst affected, with some facing increases of more than 1,000%. Premier, why should Tasmanian farmers pay for your budget mismanagement?
Good question.
Abolish the insurance levy for farmers. What a champion.
Honourable Premier.
Yeah. Abolishes insurance on farmers.
Well, thank you, Honourable Member, for the question. And I yet to have an indication from either yourself or the Honourable Shadow Treasurer, Dr Broad, of what you would not invest in terms of our budget, or what you would not support, Mr Speaker, and your ideas for sustainability of essential services and indeed the budget more broadly. Now, in regard to the proposed funding model, this is the first time any government has acted on known financial issues that our emergency services experience and proposed solution. And of course, I point again to Mr Rob Atkins' quote before.
Farmer himself.
Our fire and emergency services are currently funded by 7 funding sources, including 3 levies. Under the current model, our emergency services cannot predict whether they will be in deficit or surplus from year to year. That is because the current funding model relies on an inconsistent and highly changeable tax on insurance.
That's right.
There are also built-in loopholes. Some businesses avoid paying for the emergency services by not taking out insurance. Further, the current model has a highly unfair property levy where some homeowners in Tasmania pay more than 5 times more than other homeowners elsewhere in Tasmania. So what we're doing with the proposed funding model is also bringing equity into the system.
That's right.
Our proposal, which is now out for consultation, abolishes an entire levy payable by Tasmanians and in doing so removes a tax on businesses. We'll make it easier for businesses to afford insurance as there will be no longer a tax for doing the right thing, and equalises the current property levy by replacing more than 29 different rates with 2 options, a single statewide levy where we all pay the same, or a levy that provides concession for our regions. So there's options there, Mr Speaker, and I look forward to the consultation and what people say with respect to this, and we will listen intently, Mr Speaker. But you cannot deny with the frequency of floods, the frequency of fires, we have to do more to sustain our state emergency services. Thank you for nodding, Ms O'Byrne. And we all recognise that. And we cannot run away from those challenges. We cannot run away from those challenges. And that's why we're putting this forward, Mr Speaker. I don't doubt there will be ideas presented by the Tasmanian community of which we will listen intently to, and are open to making changes, Mr Speaker, to ensure there is greater equity into the system.
And what do you say to
but
farmers?
I cannot look Tasmanians in the eye with 3 reports saying you need to do reform. Much of those reports are after the fires, like Denali, are after the floods, like in 2016, where we lost lives.
That's right.
Where we lost lives. And so it's important that we do reform, Mr Speaker, and ensure that we prevent any loss of life and property, Mr Speaker, into the future as a result of our fires and a result of our floods, Mr Speaker. And that's why this government is prepared to embrace that challenge, if you like, go out to the community and say, this is what we have for the community to be consulted on, Mr Speaker, and we welcome your ideas.